Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Hannah Blackwell and today is another episode of Thursday Reads. So I feel about as good as I look. I'm not feeling the best. I'm not feeling the best right now, but I really wanted to update you guys on how my reading has gone for the last few days. It's been about a week since I updated you, maybe 6 days. So this is going to be posted, I guess, like a week probably from the last one. But I wanted to update you because I have finished a couple books. I have put down a book, and I have a few ideas of some books I want to pick up next. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you do so. All of my social media is linked down below in the description, including my Goodreads, Instagram, and Twitter. Please comment down below and let me know what you are reading currently, and when I give my little TBR of what books I think I might pick up next, I'd love to hear what you guys think about what I should read next. Don't forget to click the like button, and with all of that out of the way, let's just get into this video. So let's just start with the book that I recently put down, and that was The House Witch. I was really enjoying it, but the plot was so meandering, and I'm not a plot-driven reader, but the storyline itself, like, I just couldn't figure out where it was going or what I was supposed to be rooting for happening or what was supposed to be. It was so meandering, it was so all vibes, and I really love all vibes cozy fantasies, and I was loving what I was getting for those first half of the book, like for the first 200 pages, but then like I just wasn't sure where it was going. I just couldn't keep my attention. Right now I'm having trouble keeping attention on certain things, and I just needed something to grab my attention more. So I soft DNF'd it. I probably will finish that book because there was times that I was really enjoying it, and it is so cozy and so just like nice and warm, like a warm hug, and I was enjoying that aspect, but I need something to grab my attention more right now. So I put that down, and then I finished 2 books. First I picked up and finished in the last week Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher. This was a 5-star read. I absolutely adored it. This is about a woman whose her husband dies, and then her uncle passes away. She's been taking care of him and passes away, leaves her an inheritance. Her family-in-laws want that inheritance, so they lock her up and try to get her to marry basically her deceased husband's brother or her deceased husband's cousin. I'm not sure which, but anyway, she doesn't want to marry him. They lock her up in this room. She thinks the only way to deal with that is to unalive herself. There is this sword hanging on the wall, just like a family heirloom kind of situation. Pulls it out, unsheaths the sword, and a knight comes out. And they decide to escape and go on an adventure to try to basically remedy the situation at hand. Amidst the story, a band gets together and they go have adventures. There's a romance between the knight and our main character, and it is just a very, very cute, cozy, sweet, amazing time. Very cozy. I would say like a medium cozy fantasy because there are some darker elements involved, but I did think that this book was just amazing. I loved it. I love the humor. There were so many things in this book that literally had me laughing out loud, just dying. I loved it. I adored this. And this was the first book that I have finished for my 12 Friends Pick 12 Books in 2023. So I finished one. I think that puts me still kind of behind, but that's okay. I have finished one now and really, really, really adored it. I can't say enough good things about this. The next book I finished was The Last to Vanish by Megan Miranda. This is a book set in the Appalachian Mountains in Western North Carolina. It is a mystery suspense book. I don't think it's very thriller-esque, but I really, really liked this. I think I might have liked this even a little bit more than Such a Quiet Place by the same author, which I also gave 4 stars. I gave this 4 stars, but I would have to say this is like a little bit of a higher 4-star. I was not expecting the twists, and that's always really nice when you don't expect the twists. And I thought it was really well done. It was just enjoyable. I was buddy reading this with my mom, but I ended up kind of like racing ahead because I just wanted to know what was going to happen. But I got the A-okay from my mom first, so that's okay. But it was a good time, and I really enjoyed it. I do plan on picking up more Megan Miranda when I'm looking for like a darker mystery, like not a cozy mystery. I really like her. It's always nice to have a thriller or a mystery kind of like mixed in with my books because it keeps things interesting and helps me to avoid reading slumps. So yeah. So now for what I am currently reading, I'm still reading The Gift of Presence, though I don't think I've picked it up in a few days. I haven't made any progress since last time I talked to you about this one. This is a nonfiction about mindfulness, and I'm just doing this for my mental health and clearly not doing it enough because no progress has been made. It is a good one. It's well written and I am enjoying it. I'm just trying to take it like practice while I read. And I have been practicing it, so that's good. I just should probably maybe read a few more pages. The Jasmine Throne, I am also still reading. This is by Tasha Suri. I'm really liking this book. I just picked it up again, like to start really concentrating on it yesterday. So I'm at page 137, and this is really cool. I love the magic system in here. I do think it is a little bit confusing. I feel like sometimes I'm not quite sure what's going on, who's who, when they're talking about this like river that's supposed to have, I don't know if it's a river or these waters that are supposed to have power somehow. They're talking about that and they're talking about risks and all these different things, and I don't understand. And I think I understand what Tasha Suri is trying to do. I think she's trying to show, not tell. So I think it's going to be a while before I understand, and that's okay. That's fine. Instead of like info dumping on me, I get it. I do think the magic system is really cool. I think it's very springy because it's literally like green things, like growth, green vines and leaves and stuff coming up, like growing under your skin and stuff like that. And it's like a disease, but it seems to be somehow connected to the magic system in here as well. But I don't understand how. The political system in here is really complicated. I still don't understand the different generals and regents, and there's an emperor. It's a little bit confusing as well, but there is a rebellion coming. That is clear. That's not like a spoiler because you kind of know about it from the beginning. Like there are people that are not happy. And it's Indian inspired, which is really cool. I really like Southeast Asian inspired books, and I want to read more of them. I'm also really liking the writing style. I'm liking the two female main characters. They're both very strong, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing like a relationship between them build, because that's what I know is supposed to happen, just as in like the synopsis of the book. So I think the two are supposed to get together and there's supposed to be some kind of romance between the two of them, and I'm really looking forward to that. One is a main servant and one is the emperor's sister. And so they're coming from completely different sides of the track. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I'm really liking the writing style. I'm a little bit confused, but I'm enjoying it. So I'll let you know more. I am also reading Captive. I think it's Captive of the Pirate King. I don't have my Kindle with me right now, and I'm not going out there because my kid, no. I think it's called Captive of the Pirate King, and I'll put it right up here. I'm literally only a couple of chapters in, and so I don't know. It's a pirate romance, and a girl basically ends up, the ship that she's on, ends up being taken over by pirates, and instead of being left to die, she decides to disguise herself as a boy and sneak onto the pirate ship, because otherwise I guess they sink all of the women. And I think there's supposed to be a romance between her and the Pirate King. I'm looking for more pirate romances, so I definitely thought I'd check this one out. Like I said, I'm only a few chapters in, but each chapter is only a couple pages. It's like really short chapters in this book, which I love short chapters. But so far the writing style is fine. Everything's going well in it, and but I feel like there's not much to say because I've only read like 10 pages. So that's all I have. I think I'll continue on with that one. It's not a guarantee. I'm not fully hooked yet. We'll see what happens with that. So for books that I want to pick up next, I'll obviously be continuing on with The Jasmine Throne, and I'll be continuing on with The Pirate King, I believe. And books I think I might pick up next. The first one is Daisies for Innocence by Bailey Kittrell. This is a cozy mystery with some fantasy elements, I believe. This book is about an enchanted garden that's behind our main character's perfume shop. And our main character's name is Ellie or Eliana. It says, the enchanted garden behind Eliana Albright's perfume shop draws people of all ages with its fragrant flowers and lush greenery. But when the magical serenity is interrupted, it's up to Ellie to track down the killer. It's set in Poppyville, California. I don't really want to know much more, but it looks like her garden is a bit supernatural. And I think this is the perfect cozy mystery fantasy for springtime. It's just got a gorgeous garden look. It's gonna be, I feel like it's gonna be very like magical and cottagecore meets like a mystery, and I think that's gonna be really fun. It's a perfect time of year for a book like this. Another one I might pick up is the Tower of Thorns by Juliette Marillier. This is the sequel to Dreamer's Pool, which I really enjoyed. I gave it 5 stars. This is the Blackthorn and Grimm trilogy. Blackthorn and Grimm meet in prison, and they're like wrongfully there. But, well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. But we'll just go with they're wrongfully there. Blackthorn gets out, but in order to do so, she had to make a deal with the Fae. So for 7 years, she has to be settled down in Dalriada, and like when people ask for help, she has to give it to them. She is a wise woman, so she knows a lot about plants and medicine and magic. I really like the first book. This is very cozy, but like dark cozy. And it's very magical and beautiful. Juliette Marillier just has a way of writing that is gorgeous, and a way of creating characters and developing characters that are so interesting and deep. She's just such a wonderful writer. I've been putting off this book forever. I don't know why. I just keep not reading it. I think part of it is that I feel like this is probably the most beautiful cover I've ever seen. And I want to be in love with this book, and I'm scared. So, but I am feeling it. I'm feeling fantasy right now, but I guess we'll have to see how I feel after Jasmine Throne, because Tasha Suri seems to have a slower writing style, and so does Juliette Marillier. So I'm not sure if I'm going to want to read them back to back, just because their writing styles are both so slow, and because my attention span right now is like having difficulties. So I might pick this one up, but I might have to read like Daisies for Innocence first, or romance or something like that. So we'll see. I really feel like I'm feeling picking it up soon though. Finally, if I want some epic fantasy, I really would like to pick up The Great Hunt. I really need to pick this up soon. I'm trying to keep up with the read-along that Cassidy and Becca and Got a Thing for Things and Mel are doing. And I'm trying to keep up with the read-along. I did recently stop reading Malazan, and so I do want to get back to the Wheel of Time, because this is more my style of fantasy, and I liked the first one a lot, and so I'd love to pick this one up. The Wheel of Time just follows a cast of characters, and in this world, the time is like constantly going in a circle, and history is repeating itself. And there's a prophecy about the dragon reborn, and we follow basically a cast of characters, and one of them is thought to be the dragon reborn, and they go on a quest, an adventure, and stakes are high. There's an ultimate evil power. It is just very classic fantasy vibes, and it's fun. The characters, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the characters, but we'll see how that changes throughout the series, if it changes. But I do really like the writing. I like the world building. I like the atmosphere, and the characters are pretty good. Some of them kind of bother me, but that's neither here nor there. Either way, it's fun, it's interesting, and it's got the vibes I like, you know? So there you have it. Those are the books that I'm thinking about picking up next. I could be totally wrong, because I don't know like what I'm thinking half the time right now. So we'll just see. But I hope you guys liked this frantic, I can't think straight video. If for some reason after watching this you want to subscribe, please do so. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post new videos. Comment down below, which one should I pick up next? Or do y'all think it should just continue mood reading? Until next time, fellow readers, keep reading and living your best life.
Fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.